New Eden, it's B-Town Hustler 617 here. So what I'm going to go over today is wormholes and what I've discovered so far from since patch released. So I'm in a low-sec system, I'm in door. Let's undock. So when you get into a low-sec system that has a wormhole in it, apparently they're automatically visible on your HUD display, as you can see right here. Yeah, it's in Chinese characters and they haven't translated it yet, but that's what you're going to deal with for now when you're going into wormhole space. So what I've also heard is that the reason why it's also visible is because another player scanned it down, but that's something I've heard. But everybody else is saying you don't have to scan it, it's just visible as you see here. Now let's go warp to it.
Warp drive active.
Now when you get to the wormhole, it's going to hit you with a pop-up screen. Basically like, you know, whenever you leave a station in low sec, it warns you, blah blah blah. Now as you get there, you will see that it's like a wormhole. You jump on in. Here's your pop-up. You jump on in. Now what will happen is your local will disappear. It'll show a question mark above it, so you cannot see any other players. But you can talk in local chat. Oh, sorry. Well, you can talk in local chat inside of Cobalt Edge space, just not the wormhole junction area. So this is the little wormhole junction area. There will be 2 wormholes and one wormhole to Cobalt Edge. The other will be another exit to another low-sec system. But for now, I'm going to go enter into Cobalt Edge. Now, as you see, all the gates are pretty close together. You can pretty much burn to them pretty quickly once you get in. When I first got in a wormhole junction, there's a lot of players that were bouncing in and out of gates, traveling through. People will lock you up and try to gank you or whatever. Now as you jump into Cobalt's Edge, you will see that in the system there are other gates. Now these gates are connected to the constellation in Cobalt Edge, this constellation. Let me open up the map for you to see. Little map delay. Now as you see here on the map, I'm in Cobalt Edge, but I'm in one of its constellations. Now that I'm in the constellation, SK7 is where the wormhole is located. You can also view where the wormhole is generated in that system and other constellations. As you see here with the red dots, those are the wormhole exits. Now, this specific constellation does not have the NPC station. The NPC station is located over... Give me a second here. Just gotta find it again. It's like EB something. There it is. This constellation. That constellation right there has the NPC station. Bingo. You can dock there. You can set your clone, jump clone there. You can also set it as your home base if you want to, but I prefer that you don't, because you don't want to keep getting popped and getting stuck in here and having to find another way to get out through a wormhole into another low-sec entrance. You don't know where you're going to be at. Anyways. So when you're in the constellation, all constellations have stargates connecting to other systems within that constellation. if you have a Sino in this system and have somebody else with a capital in another constellation that's within light year range of this constellation, you can Sino there. NPC stations will, the NPC station will allow you to dock your capital, so you can chill there with it. People sell shit on market there from the stuff and loot that they get in these relic sites and anoms here. As you see here, there are different size anoms, but NetEase has not yet fixed the translation. So these are varying from small, medium to large. Also, you can scan relic sites and data sites. Some of these anoms, when you defeat the rats, they have boxes that you have to use either a relic or a data analyzer to open them after defeating the rats. Some of them have 1 wave to 2 to 3, I believe, from what I've seen so far. There are celestial bodies you can warp to. There are mining, asteroid belts, and everything. Now, when you warp to them,
warp drive active.
From what I've seen, I have yet to see any rich compressed ore or anything, so most of it is just the regular ore you'll see in normal space. But in these belts, they have a new element, or a new gas, and that is, where is it? There you go. Fullerite C60, and also C50. I believe there was also a C70. I believe. Let me double check that. Also, these new materials and minerals that you get can be used to build the Capsular Scout Outpost, the Corporation Reconnaissance Outpost, and the Navy issue and Fleet issue frigates. So as you see here, that's this compressed form, and this is the gas that you will mine in Cobalt space. Minerals, no new minerals. Here are the reactive materials that you get, that these new items are required to build. As you can see here, it requires all 3 gases to build this one. Same here, but this one only requires 2. And here are the new structures. Corporation Reconnaissance Outpost. All the good stuff. These have a lower anchoring time than regular outposts, as you see here. This one's 24, the other one's half that, which is 12. And here are the Capsular Scout Outposts. Now mind you, these have 4 high slots and 4 mid slots. They have a higher overall defense. They take 12 hours to anchor. They do not have low slots. They cannot use PI mods. You cannot do anything indie wise inside of them, I believe. Yes, you cannot do any type of indie in there. You can only repair. And if you already have a regular outpost, you cannot drop a second scout outpost. It will not allow you to. Now with the Corporation Reconnaissance Outpost, corporations are only allowed to drop 1 of these, and with the new Corp Tech levels that they updated and added to game, they will allow you to increase your soft slots, so you're going to get an additional 4 soft slots, 3 for regular space, and then 1 for Cobalt Edge if you want to drop inside of that. What you can do in here is you can mine, you can scan for sites, you can scan for other players, because there will be a lot of people going into these wormholes and trying to do all of this new content. Now let's go check out some of these anomalies. I will be warping it at 100 so I do not die, because these rats can be pretty aggressive.
Warp drive active.
Now you see here, this is the first wave apparently, or it could be another wave. As I see, there are wrecks on the field. Now this must be, I'm going to assume it's a large since there's 4 battleships left. And these are what they look like. Kind of remind me of a fucked up form of a sentinel from the Matrix. Creepy looking things. And a lot of them look...
We're under attack.
Oh no. But you can't touch me, bitch. Excuse my language. Anyways. Let's go check out another anom. So I'm going to assume the one with that symbol at the beginning is a large. Let's go check out this one.
Warp drive active.
So as you see, I've landed here. There are quite a few rats here. I'm going to... Oh!
Warp drive active.
Shit. Hopefully I can get up out of here. But yeah, as you see there's rats in that one. I'm assuming that's a medium. And here's a small. Go, 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 go.
Warp drive active.
Whee! Yeah, so they all have different sizes. I will warp back so we can get a view of these different abominations. And here's the wormhole once again. I have yet to do a translation with Google Lens to see what these exactly translate to, but from what I've heard for other people, they say different things, so I'm just gonna have to wait till NetEase comes back and fixes the translation. Now I'm gonna warp back so I can take a look at these freaky abomination sentinels. Alrighty, so as you see here, this is his cruiser.
We're under attack.
Creepy looking thing. Over here is the frigate.
We're under attack.
Graphics are kind of crap because I put it on medium because I don't want this to crash while I'm doing this video. But look at what they look like. You can always come in here and take a look yourself when you get the chance. Here is the destroyer. Here is the battlecruiser. And those are the majority of the rats. I do not have a scanner to sit here and show you guys what some of the scan sites look like. I'll probably do another video showing some scan sites. But pretty much that's pretty much it so far for what's inside of Cobalt's Edge right now, other than PvP content. So let's get up out of here.
Warp drive active.
Also, as you can see there, they do have a boost in They're different resistances. They do use a lot of different E-War modules, and they do cause a lot of damage, so it's best to come in there with a Guardian and a good fleet. So with the fact that NetEase doesn't have the translation fix, it is a little difficult, but you can figure out which gate you came through, which was this one I came in through. That was the farthest one that came in from Duran, wherever it's called. I shall travel here to show you what that one leads to. This gate that I'm going to will lead to another low-sec system. The gate I just left Cobalt. Mind you, this is like the junction space. It's like end space a bit, but it's just the junction to get you from point A to point B to point C. Cobalt space. And as you saw that there was a venture going in there, there will be lots of people that will be doing that. A lot of easy ships to gank, a lot of fun to be had. And as you see, I am now in a different low-sec system in Evershore. Also be careful on these gates because people tend to camp these gates in low sec and also camp the other side and gank anything that comes through. So be careful, come through with a fleet, good sized man fleet, and you should be okay. And that's it so far for what I've discovered going into the so-called wormhole spaces connecting to Cobalt Edge. The Town Hustler out.
Warp drive active.
Just a quick PS. Also, if you would like to know any more, or do you think I've missed anything or would like to know any more, please leave a comment in the comment section. And also, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe and like button and ring that bell for me, please. B-Town out.